God calls us to be the leader. And when I'm not following Christ, where are you leading yourself to?
Into a pit.
Into a pit, man.
And then next thing you know, you're sold into slavery.
And yep. Just like our friend Joseph, huh?
Yep, our friend
Just
Joseph.
like our friend Joseph. Yep.
Yep.
So how do you feel about the story of Joseph and forgiveness? What did that story speak to you? And what does it speak to you now and in your life? What have you learned?
I think the story is a great story of how a man's own brothers can be jealous of him to the point to almost kill him, throw him in a pit. I think there's a lot of people out there that feels that way about family members, where they've probably had a family member that they feel like threw them in a pit, sold them off into slavery.
Their brothers lied about it. They went back to their dad and brought the priest of the garment. Like, they tried to sell it.
But the good thing about that is the fact that when he had a chance to get them back, he literally blessed them. He said, for what the devil meant for evil, God turned for good. And his whole family didn't starve because he was able to give them food in a famine. And I just feel like it's a beautiful picture of the forgiveness that we're supposed to have for a brother, right? It says that if you come to the altar, right, with your gift, and you remember there that your brother has something against you, first go be reconciled to your brother and then come offer your gift. And it doesn't say, hey, if your brother has something against you, he should come be right with you. He said, if I know that you've got a problem with me, and me knowing that while I'm offering my gift at the altar, I need to stop, leave that gift laying there, and I need to come find you and see if we can get it resolved quickly. Because he says, you know, while you're in a ways with an enemy, to agree with them quickly. Joseph's story is a beautiful picture of that, how God just literally, he knew that he got wronged, but he was saying, Joseph, if you'll just hang out with me for a little while, hang out in this jail, have some faith, put a smile on your face, I'll put some dreams and visions inside of you, and I will use you to keep the whole land from starving to death. If you'll just keep your eyes on me, Joseph, I will lift you up after you humble yourself before me.
And that also is a testament to not only if you keep your faith in God keeping his faith in you and keeping his promises to you, because the amount of blessings that Joseph had because of his choices and him deciding to take the hard path, the path of righteousness, the path that God called him to, not only blessed him, but it blessed everybody in his life, everyone around him. And that's powerful.
Think about that path, though. He took the path of righteousness in a man's house, as he was over that whole man's house, and the man's wife tried to sleep with him. He took the righteous path and still ended up in jail. But God had something for him to learn in jail. He needed to get Joseph all the world out of his eyes to where he could sit there in jail and only be focused on him, I think. And I think in that time is probably when he literally started speaking to Joseph in the visions and his dreams. They probably got stronger, more of them. You know?
I can only imagine.
And he was able to pray and talk to God without all the distractions of this world. You know, we've got the internet,
place he needed to be
social media, we've got TV, all these thousands of channels and shows, and all those things are literally designed for you to lose your focus of God and Jesus and stay out of this word.
If he can get you for just a moment.
But this word is so sharp and powerful that the devil just would do anything to keep you out of this thing.
Anything.